economics, from microeconomics to development economics. So if you are a student preparing for any economics related competitive exam, or a student at undergrad or a postgraduate level, you will find my videos helpful for your to ace your exams. So for today we are going to look at demand topic. It is the foundation for microeconomics as well as macroeconomics to understand macroeconomy at a broader level. So without wasting any further time, let's dive into the topic. So the demand curve represents the quantity of goods demanded at various prices. Now in this graph you can clearly see the demand curve is sloping downward. The reason being is higher the price, the lower is the quantity demanded. Now an important thing to note is that the demand curve does not tell what the price is. The demand curve here is representing the quantity demanded at various prices. You see here we are purchasing, let's say, this much of quantity, and when prices falls our quantity demanded increases. So it is telling us the quantity demanded at various prices. It is not actually telling what the actual price is. Now we saw that demand curve slopes downward because of law of demand. Besides the law of demand, there are two more reasons why the demand curve slopes downward. The number one is the income effect. What does income effect actually mean? Let's say price of a commodity falls. Earlier, let's say commodity X cost around 10 bucks. Now the price has fallen to 6 bucks. So what happens is you have 4 bucks left with you now, because earlier it was of 10 bucks, now you are paying only 6 bucks. So what happens is those 4 bucks are your increase in real income, and when your real income increases you have more money, so you will demand more, you will buy more automatically. Number two reason is the substitution effect. What does substitution effect means? Substitution is when two commodities can be interchanged with each other. A famous example is of tea and coffee. Let's say prices of coffee rises. So what happens is the consumer will substitute for a dearer good. Here dearer good means a good that is relatively cheaper and can be substituted. So when prices of coffee rose, so consumers shifted to the tea. Now this is important because it can be asked in exams, and it is really important for your foundational microeconomics knowledge. Marshall used only substitution effect. Marshall, when he gave his demand theory of uncompensated demand, we will look later in the videos what is uncompensated demand and what is compensated demand with both theory and numerical part using the Lagrange method. So in his theory he used only substitution effect, whereas Hicks and Allen, they use both the income and substitution effect. Sorry for that. Yes. So Hicks gave his compensated demand and Marshall gave uncompensated demand. We will, in the future videos, we will look more deep into it. Now it can be asked in competitive exams or in UGC net as well. What are the exceptions to law of demand? Exceptions to law of demand means here the law of demand does not apply. We saw that law of demand mean higher the price, the lesser will be the quantity demanded. Sorry. So the number one exception is the Veblen effect. What does it means? That goods having prestige value, example time, all jewelry, the higher the price, the more utility we get from it, we get more satisfaction. So if the prices of diamond will rise, we will get more utility from diamond. The number two exception is the Giffen goods. The concept of Giffen goods was given by Robert Griffin. Famous examples are bread, rice, and one of the famous example you find in the economic text and various books will be of the Irish economy potato example, where the prices at that time of meat rose very high and people could not afford meat. So what happened was, when there was a rise in prices of potato, people demanded more because meat was expensive at that time and they could not afford it. So these are the two cases where law of demand does not apply. These are the exceptions. Now, these two were asked in, if I'm not wrong, in CUET PG Economics exam in year 2023. So what does it say actually is, all given goods are inferior goods, but all inferior goods are not given goods. So what does inferior good actually are? Let us understand like this. If your income rose, when your income rises, you buy less of a particular commodity, so that commodity is regarded as inferior good. So all given goods are inferior good, but all inferior goods are not given goods. And second point is, given goods are strongly inferior. So this was a short lecture on demand for your basic understanding in microeconomics, because demand is the first and foremost concept one must know in microeconomics. And later on in the upcoming lectures, we will dive deeper into the elasticity of demand and more advanced topics as we proceed further. Thank you. And if you enjoyed the video, if it was helpful for your knowledge gain, please like and drop a comment. Thank you.